crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm Georgia, and today we're all about envelopes. Do you believe that it's hard to make envelopes? Do you believe that you need lots of materials to make envelopes? Wrong! They are so easy to make. You can use scraps. Let's head down to the crafting table and let's get busy. Let me show you the envelopes we've made. Now look at this one. You can put a beautiful label on this envelope. You take the card out. Fits perfectly. So incredibly easy. Let me show you another one. Look at this one. Just go to your computer, type a label, and you have a perfect envelope for a card. Now let's start with this one. We simply are taking an 8.5-inch square. Take any kind of paper that you have, leftover paper, some DSP. You can use cardstock. The important thing is we're going to cut it 8.5 by 8.5. And the reason being is that this card is 4 1/4 inches wide. And the way that you decide how big to make this square is you simply multiply your width times 2. So if you have a 4 1/4 by a 5.5 card, we're going to multiply 4 1/4 by 2, which equals 8.5. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to find the center of this square. And that's very easy to do. Simply lay your ruler down and mark a little tick mark right at 4 1/4. We have a tick mark there. Now we're just going to turn our square and find the center at 4 1/4. Now it's where they intersect. So I'm just going to draw a little line right there. And I know that's the center of my square. So what we're going to do, simply take opposing corners. So we're going to take this corner, take it to the center, and go past a little bit, crease it, turn it over. We're going to open up that flap, and now we're coming in with the opposite corner. We're going to simply go to the middle and go past it a little bit. And we're going to crease it. Now you can use your bone folders to give you a really nice crease. Now look at how those crease perfectly, right? Now we're going to take our card and we are simply going to slip it into our envelope. Now do not put it all the way down here. Do you see that point? Give yourself about, an inch. Put your card right there and we're going to fold this up. Now you don't want to do it so tight that you can't wiggle your card around. So let's go ahead and crease that. You can see that it's taking shape, right? It's looking like an envelope. So now we have that creased. Now we're going to come down with our top. Just come down. Make sure that everything is evened up on the sides and crease it. Now look at that. We're not done, but you can see that we have a perfect envelope. So let's go ahead and take out our card. And now all we have to do is cut out these little corners right here. So go ahead and take your scissors and just snip out those corners. Some of these little triangles are larger and some are smaller. And that is just cutting away the bulk of this envelope. If you forget to do this, it's not a problem. It will just be a little bulkier. Now the next thing we want to do, just to make it look prettier, is we want to go ahead and notch the top and the bottom flap. So just bring in something that you can notch, or you could use your scissors, but that makes a really nice rounded corner. And you can see how incredibly easy this is. So easy. Now look at that. Here we have a perfect envelope. So we are going to put our tear and tape right here. Now the reason I don't use glue is number one, because I'm using DSP. It can actually bleed through, and we don't want that. And also, what if it seeps through and it gets onto your card? I just want to make sure that we don't have any problems with it. So go ahead and just add some tear and tape. And let's just lift off that release paper using our Take Your Pick tool. Now we're going to fold up from the bottom. And now we can simply slip in our card. And look at that. Do you see how easy that is? So incredibly easy. And this was done with an 8.5-inch square. Now remember, to make this envelope, you just double your width and make a square. That's all you have to do for this envelope. But let's make another envelope. We have another piece of paper. This is just a scrap piece of paper. And this is 8.5 by 11, and it is super easy to make this one. So go ahead and take your card. We are simply placing it right close to the bottom, about 1/2 inch from the bottom. We are going to fold over our card, making sure that these sides are really lined up perfectly. We're going to crease it with our bone folder, and now simply flip it over. This is going to be the top part, so simply fold this down. Now you want to make sure that these sides are really lined up evenly. That's very important. Crease it with your bone folder, and now open it up. So we have our card right here, and now we are going to just fold over this side. Now make sure that that's lined up at the top. You don't even have to measure it, and just go down, making sure that we're aligned here as well. Fold over the other side. Make sure it's lined up at the top and crease it down. Now use that bone folder to give you a really good crease. This is so incredibly easy. I love this template. And now we're simply going to once again cut off the corners. So you need to turn it to where you see the corners. And yes, this is a big area we're going to cut off. So I'm going to use a big pair of scissors. And this is how it's going to work. We have our side flaps. Use our tear and tape and line this up perfectly straight. And then this will be our flap. Now we're not finished yet. So let's go ahead and put our tear and tape right here on the side. And we want to put it as close to the edge as we can, because we want to make sure that it stays down and it doesn't like come up when it's going through the mail, right? So you really want to put it to the outside crease. Really squish that down. Take your pick tool to take the release paper off. And now as you fold this over, make sure that it lines up straight. And now turn it over. Now, when you put this card in here, you're going to notice something. We're going to just slip this in. It kind of disappears, doesn't it? So we want to cut just a little curved line right there. So go ahead and grab your scissors and just cut a little bit of that off. Now see, it just kind of curved it in just a little bit. So now when you add your card, you can grab a hold of it very easily. And now you just fold it over and you have beautiful envelopes to put your cards in. Look at this. No longer do you have to run to the store to get your envelopes. You can create your own envelopes. We hope you enjoyed this Tuesday technique. We enjoyed sharing it with you. Go out, make it a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.